Alright, hello. I was just about to go take a nap, dude. I just made a video I worked at in half the morning that no one's gonna care about now. And, I just wanted to go take a nap, man, but, here we go. You know what was funny is I knew that there was a teaser coming because when I did the random generated tags for my video, for the dev blog video, I saw Fire and Ice Warthunder, and I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, that I've never seen that before. I'm thinking of Ice and Fire. I'm thinking Game of Thrones, and I'm like, that's really odd. Obviously, to avoid getting sued, Gaijin flipped Ice and Fire to Fire and Ice. So, they're funny. It's really funny, Gaijin. Very witty. Haha funny. Very, very cool. So, oh my god, it's like actually hilarious. So, anyways, I'm going to let people fill in for a moment here. And then we'll get right to it. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Just gonna start letting people fill in. I'm only gonna react to the teaser, probably talk for maybe half hour or so, maybe. And then I do want to go take a nap. I got up for work this morning. It was downpouring. Walked in, sat around for a couple hours, was told to go home, so I didn't get to sleep in. So I am very loopy. Also, guys, in releasing this before people are even out of work and school, very funny. Got Magnet, what's up? Reg, yeah, copy paste tree probably. More cancer. Yo, what's up, Alessandro? We're 10 here. Some of us haven't liked. That's funny. Once I switch over, I think... Do I have the chat overlay as to not do the funny? Yeah, I have the chat overlay off for the trailer. So... Yeah, it's like middle of the day. I don't know how many people are going to be able to see it live. Unfortunate. Oh, I forgot to put... Actually screwed up the name of the stream. I said teaser trailer. It's it's not both. We will see. All right. Well, since some of you guys are already spoiling it in chat, I might as well just go ahead here and we will watch it. So, Honeywake. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be quiet here. I'm gonna transfer over to my other monitor. And we will listen. Also, it's on full blast, so I don't know what everyone else's audio is, so adjust accordingly. If you find it too loud, I am sorry in advance. Okay, here we go.
On rankka pakkassää. Lumi ulottuu polviin asti. Tuuli tuntuu kylmältä luita myöten, mutta mikään ei pysäytä aitoa soturia.
All right. Well. Oh no, we don't want the other Taylor. Well. Can I go back, please? Go back. Go back, Plonks. Back. Okay. Well, obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious here. That oop, there it goes. That it's Finland. I mean, obviously, it's kind of obvious. So, well, I mean, I don't know what to do here. Oh, wait, I forgot to bring chat back up. Hold on momentarily. There we go. Look at my sexy Tomcat screenshot. Let me bring up the thing again. I'm trying to find my chat window while also trying to bring up the other monitor. Okay. Spoilers, it's warthunder. Yeah. You just uninstalled after 4,969.9 hours. That's a lot of 69s, bro. Nice. So nothing of value was gained. Okay. Well, I actually knew about this. I saw a picture somewhere. I'm not giving away my sources, but I saw a picture somewhere, and I saw a Finnish 2A6, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So, yeah. Very funny, by the way. So, they're using the Finland map in the beginning. It's pretty on the nose. And then they use Volochylamsk, which everyone hates Volochylamsk, I guess. It was nice for the shot. I will admit, it's nice for the shot, considering all winter environments of War Thunder use like the same fucking trees. So it's like it doesn't matter where it is. They think it's like the same spot. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So I gotta pause it. Okay, so obviously by the assumption we did just have a South African dev blog. So I'm going to assume that this is a subtree for Sweden. Also, you know, we have Finnish vehicles in the Swedish tree. The only the only Finnish vehicle that's not in the Swedish tech tree that I can think of that's outside of that tech tree is the Finnish KV-1 for Germany. I don't think there's another Finnish vehicle anywhere else, I think. So, again, I'm just, for those of you that maybe don't understand how Gaijin does these things, obviously, everything points to it being a subtree of Sweden. So, that's kind of what we're dealing with here. We have that for South Africa in the British tree, so, you know. Finnish plane in the German wait, which one? Is it an event plane, or is it... I don't have War Thunder open. I actually just had to reinstall it. I was doing something with a custom hanger and it broke my files, so I had to reinstall it. But yeah, so obviously copy and paste. I mean, guys, look. I'm gonna start doing a series of Steel's hot takes. Okay, I'm gonna drop a fat red pill. If you're complaining about copy paste vehicles in War Thunder in 2022. That's like complaining that water tastes like water, okay? Because it's... we'll just do Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola tasting like Coca-Cola, all right? Like, look. War Thunder has been a game for nearly 10 years now. And if I have my math correctly, right? Is basically 10 years. And most military equipment in history has been added. Oh yeah, the Hawk. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. But most military equipment has been added, so you're gonna see a lot of copy paste. The thing, I agree with you. It's stupid. I agree. I would prefer if they add in complementary vehicles to just copy paste. If it is a copy paste, like South Africa has unique vehicles. That's one thing. But like. I mean, obviously, you got a T-34, you got the T-28, you have the ZSU-57, you have the PT-76, you have a Leopard 2 in the background. T-54. There was a T-72, and then I couldn't tell what was on the... Oh, yeah, the Panzer, the Comet, and the Charioteer. So, hey, water is wet, watch out. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, that was a better analogy. Water is wet. And then there's a Leopard 2A6 in the back. So, look, for a tech tree like Sweden, where some of their infantry vehicles are a little lackluster, I get it's copy and paste, but it's like, it's kind of okay. Something like for instance, for Italy, them getting a Panzer IV, even though it was a premium or whatever, even though they got German vehicles to complement their Axis vehicles and stuff, like it complements the tech tree in a way. Like, it's not unnecessary copy and paste. Like okay, hot take again. The VK3002, whatever it is in game, is basically a copy paste. I know it's a light armored Panther. I understand that it is technically different. It is essentially the fifth Panther in the German tree. You have the D, A, F, G. Am I missing one? Not counting the ersatz. How many are in tree, right? Yeah, okay. Originally the Panther 2. So you have the A, or the D, the A, the F, and the G. And then you have the Panther 2 if you have it, and the ersatz Panther. That is, if I did my math, 6 Panthers, right? And then they added the VK. Like, that is like when you complain about copy paste, it can be justified when it's something like adding something like the VK3002, right? Because it's like, okay, it's cool, it's a prototype, but like, it's basically just another Panther. It doesn't do anything for the German tech tree. You know what I'm saying? So, like that makes sense. Or like even, where is it here? The Finnish. Oh, I'll get to this in a second, by the way. It's obviously a new map, but Gaijin and maps hasn't been working well lately. A Finnish vampire. I mean, they already have a Swedish vampire. If it's different to where it's at a different battle rating or it has a different weapon, maybe you'll use it. But if you already have the J28 or whatever it's called, spaded, like, this is useless. This is copy and paste for zero reason. It's a fucking vampire with a different skin. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. Amazing. So, yeah, when I'm talking about copy paste, it's a fat red pill, but if it complements a tech tree, it's one thing. If it's unnecessary, if it is essentially viewed as an RP sink by the majority of players, it is definitely unnecessary copy paste. So at least in most regards, that's for like World War II vehicles. There's some Cold War examples. Maybe like if Russia got like another T-55 or something, it'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? But of course, I mean that's a one-off copy paste of the vampire. I'm assuming in this teaser they've shown everything in the Finnish tree. There might maybe be one or two more vehicles. What was the name of? Well, I guess that they named it after Warthunder X Strike trailer. Also, ignore my searches. I've searched for memes all day on YouTube, so if you've seen really weird shit, just don't even question it. Is this the teaser? I want to go here. So did they show? Okay, so they showed the Rattel. That was an F5A. There's that. They only showed. They showed the ZA35. This was the teaser. There was a trailer too. Let me just research this. So there was. That's the trailer. Okay. So they. Well. So the Oliphants, they were there. Pause that. Too much shaky cam. Oliphant. Yeah. Okay. Oliphant. The Rattels. So in the trailer, they actually showed pretty much, yeah, the Sark. I think they also had the HVM, which they never ended up adding, right? Yeah. So they pretty much showed everything in the trailer for East West Strike. But I'm just assuming that they've already shown us everything for Finland in this teaser alone. Obviously, the trailer will be different. Also, can you guys read chat really easily there on the side? I assume. Well, in the trailer maybe, but when I do all my searches on the side. So yeah, so with the copy pasting, I guess just to finish that off, I mean, a copy paste T34 probably be what, battle rating 3.3, 3.7 or something, and then a T28 would be like 2.7. Sweden has plenty of useful, surprisingly lower tier vehicles because of their Sabo, you know. So I don't know if a Finnish T34 and a T28 are really gonna help. So they're definitely like more copy paste. The ZSU 57, I actually don't mind that being in the tree because it gives them a better AA instead of having the Sergeant Bjork, whatever, Sergeant Bjork being lower battle rating for basically zero reason than the normal Sergeant York. So, however, for Sim and for just, I mean, even just in RB with sometimes when there's no name tags around, if people are, you know, people can be stupid. I think that this camo on it, you're gonna see it better in a different shot. No, that camo should be on. So they did it with what vehicle did they just add that has a camo on it permanently? Am I thinking of the T80 UK? I think there was an entry vehicle that had a camo on it to identify it. But like, I guess kind of similar to what they did with the Italian M18. If they're gonna add Soviet vehicles into a Swedish into the Swedish tech tree, and Sweden and Russia can be on different teams, and it's Sim or even an RB, like I'm sure you guys have had a thing in RB where someone drives past you or up to you or behind you, and you think it's an ally. And it turns out it's actually an enemy tank that is the same tank that is on your team that even you may be playing or you have in your lineup or whatever. But it's actually an enemy because, like, maybe you saw a name tag through the building, so you thought that there was an ally. You know what I mean? So camos for and roundels and stuff are an easy identifier to not get confused, especially in Sim. People don't really care in Sim. Most Sim people are really trigger happy. So, I mean, you know, take it or leave it. But I would prefer if these kinds of vehicles were kept to be recognizable from a certain tech tree. So the T54 again. What does Sweden have right now at 7.370 battle rating? I mean, they've got Centurions. Maybe it would be a useful vehicle to complement the lineup. Let me see if I can just Google it. Can I just see a picture, an image or something, please? Is this... How recent is this picture? It doesn't even show battle ratings. I want like an in-game screenshot. If someone's in-game right now watching stream and you're on the Discord, can you tag me in warthunder channel, please, with a picture, a screenshot of the tech tree? Yeah, that must be the whole lineup because I forgot they actually show in the trailer here. Is it at the end? Right there. That just must be every vehicle. I forgot about this part. That's better lineup. If someone is in game, please, that would be Poggers. Or if you're on the Discord as well. I have links disabled on my YouTube channel because of all the scam stuff, so you might not be able to post it in actual stream chat if you have like a link or something. For a subtree, it's okay. It's obviously going to be a subtree. It's not going to be an independent tree. No. So it's like, as I was saying earlier, you have to follow the pattern. So there's Finnish vehicles in the Swedish tech tree. You know, the Ito, whatever. I know there's one in the Russian tree. But Finland is a little bit more lined up with NATO in the West now than they are the East. So, I mean, it was a 99.9% chance Finnish vehicles are going to end up in the Swedish tech tree. Now, I think Gaijin has a chance to make better marketing and better money on some vehicles. So, for instance, the Finnish T72, because it's a T72, although I really don't want to have this happen. I'm just saying this is hypothetical. But if there was something unique about the Finnish T72s, like a very notable variant, they could do what they did with the Moderna, and they can make it like an event vehicle or a battle pass vehicle or something, and it's just a collectible vehicle, and keeping it out of the Swedish tree if Gaijin really wanted to be that separated with stuff. So no Nordic tech tree? Like, wait, I got a picture. Oh, okay, here we go. Hold on. There we go. So I was sent a screenshot. Oh, why is it so zoomed? Okay, so the T-54 1951 is 7.7. So you can use the USH, the 101, the 103A if you want to, or just use the premium if you have that. The UDES. The ZSU 57 will, I assume, be 7.3 or 7.7. If they give the Finnish ZSU proxy like the Chinese one, that would be busted. But let's just assume for now it would be 7.7 and not have the proxy round. So you'd be able to use a T-54, a 101, USH, 103 premium if you had it, or just use that one. I'll just have them interchangeably. But you can use the Bakan if you want to for a meme, and this is a backup. So yeah, so that's basically what you're dealing with here. The Charioteer, I actually just recently started playing the British Charioteer. It's interesting. I hate its lack of gun depression, but the fact that it has that kind of firepower on essentially a Comet chassis, I think that's pretty cool. The Comet itself, I'm assuming that this is going to have Sabo and everything else, so they get their own Comet, they get their own Panzer. The Panzer IV will probably be pretty useful to the tree, more so than maybe the T-34. So I'm just going to go here, and this is going to be a terrible comparison. This is going to be a steal shit take, because I know everyone's probably going to think it's stupid. I have the Finnish DLC in, or not, no, is Finland DLC? No, never mind. Finland is not a DLC in Wargamer Dragon, I don't think. So, in Wargamer Dragon, I'm just using this as hypothetical, so don't take this super, super literally. But the Finns have their East stuff, and they also have their West stuff. They have things like, they have a MiG-29, and they also have an F-18. So, and then obviously they have Leopards and they have T-72s. So the Finnish are just kind of weird because they have both East and West, but I think it'll be kind of interesting that they do have a mix. It's just the problem is like Gaijin hasn't. So the reason why a tree like Finland can exist like this is because Gaijin has basically removed coalition matchmaking, so it's no longer like Sweden is limited to playing with only like certain Western countries, and they might never face like other Western countries. And now it's just kind of like, well, we can't just add in Russian vehicles and have them only face Russia and like it never be complementary. That I'm going from Gaijin's mind and assumption here. This is just assumption or inferring it. So it's like why they can do something like the Finnish tree. But like I was saying in Wargame, it's interesting. A country like Finland has resources from both. It's not like I'm trying to make another comparison here. There's not really one, I guess. I don't really think there's another country or tech tree or whatever you want to call it in War Thunder that has the same kind of diversity of weapon systems and just technology, because Finland was so back and forth in history. You got to get the double. Oh, so they were a DLC. Okay. I don't know why I thought they weren't. I'm thinking like Denmark and shit. I forgot. Finland. Yeah, Finland was a DLC. So yeah, like the Finnish. Also, it's not in this trailer, but they could give Sweden a Panzer III, or Panzer, not Panzer III. Sorry, Stug 3. Or is it a Stug 4? I can't remember what's in War Game. It says either a Stug 3 or Stug 4, but either way, it's a Stug. So, like Finland could basically, they could really fuck up the Swedish tech tree because it's just an amalgamation of like 4 or 5 different. You got Russia, you got Britain, you got Germany, and then some other like an American, obviously with the F-18, but that's a farther future case. So yeah, it's just it's probably a weird take to follow. If you've played War Game, you kind of know what I'm talking about. If you've played Finland in War Games, you kind of know that like in War Game in the RTS setting, they could just have shit to counter everything, and I feel like in War Thunder you kind of have that. In a way, because now you have a T-72, and now you can pose as a Russian T-72 in Sim. Like, that's bad. I don't know about you guys, but if the T-72 for Finland is allowed in the Sim rotation, that's pretty buns. I mean, this has taken the Ursat's Panther to a whole new level. Like, the whole point of the Ursat's was, like, at the time, Gaijin knew that people would use it as a valid tactic to fool allied players in Sim, and now it's just kind of like, well, now we have a T-72 to do it, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's just it's funny to me. It's weird and it's funny. I guess the only other thing I comment on is the 2A4 and the 2A6, because that is like definitely a long barrel. Yeah. So yeah, that's a L55 cannon or whatever it is. So yeah, that's a 2A6. So now the Swedish tree not only has 2 of the best armored Western MBTs in the game, they now get on the same team in the same lineup the best round in game, I think. Or is MA29A2 better slightly? Or is it, I don't remember. But I mean, essentially you get the armored leopards, and then you get the upgun leopard. You get the up armor and you get the upgun. So pretty spicy. Like, I think the fins could have been added with just this and this. You know what I mean? And like maybe a chariot, like the chariot, like that stuff, right? I think they could have left the Russian stuff out personally. I would just prefer this is a better preference. I would prefer, if Gaijin's gonna keep doing shit like this, I would just prefer that they make the Swedish tree just like a Nordic themed tree, or like a Scandinavian tree. I know I always mix my geography up about this when I refer to Scandinavia, because I'm told that Scandinavia is blah 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 countries, but I'm just gonna say Nordic, like Northern Europe countries. So Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, you know, that thing. Makes you want to not grind the Type 10 anymore. Get the Type 10 anyways. I mean, the Type 10 has got a lot of problems wrong with it, but I think it's a cool MBT just to even have. I think it's just cool. MA29A2 is not as good, but does more damage post-pen last time than you've seen. Guys doesn't care about the same tanks on both teams in Sim. They've proved it time and time again, yeah. Feels like a complete money grab and a waste of an update. Not one single unique vehicle in the game was shown. Yeah. Well, when I saw the trailer and I figured it was Finnish, because like I said, I'd kind of seen things and I assumed it was Finland. I kind of figured this was going to be like Ixwa Strike, where it's a smaller update, because Ixwa Strike was actually a small update. It only added a few notable vehicles, but basically, I mean, the South African line was pretty much rendered just pointless. Outside of like a few of the meme vehicles, like the Sarks and the Rattels. Although people don't really like the Rattels, but like the Oliphant and Mark II and the TTD. Like I've seen a TTD twice in War Thunder. Once I was playing it, the second time was 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, it's a bit of an oof. I don't know. Hope people see the Finnish upgraded BM. I could. That's the thing. They just opened a can of worms with Finland. Like, Finnish vehicles that complement the Swedish tree. This is what I was talking about earlier. Hold on. Sorry. Vehicles that complement the tree that are logical are better than just throwing in copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So it's like that. I think it would have been better if they just given them the Charioteer, the Comet, the 2A6, and the 2A4. I don't think they needed the Russian vehicles at all, because to me, the PT will be an RP sync, the Panzer IV will be an RP sync, the T-28 will be an RP sync, although I mean it is rank 2, it's not a whole lot. The T-72 definitely an RP sync. I don't know if I would even use this, because I mean the Leopard 2 is going to probably be, what is it, 10-0 like the other one that's already the SRV 121. So you're going to play 10-0 with 2 Leopards, which isn't bad. And then what, you're going to have this as a backup? To me, what is that, a T-72A? Yeah, it's like a T-72A. So, I mean, it's going to get yeeted on. I wouldn't use it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so, again, cool. It's air. I mean, this is low-tier air we're talking about. This is unique. This is a Finnish vehicle. This is, like, unique, though, right? Even though I think this one's in the German tree is in the premium or something. But, like, that's a unique Finnish vehicle. That's okay. I see no reason in a Vampire. I think the ZSU maybe could have been the only Russian vehicle because it would complement them at 7.7 since they would be using their World War II AAs otherwise. So there's a premium Fokker already. Is it the same? Is this the same one? Finnish J35s. I would rather them add a Finnish J35 than adding a low tier, like, just okay. You know what I mean? Like, I was hoping that Sweden got really, like, Gaijin legitimately ignored Sweden. Between the J35 and the Viggen, they fucking ignored Sweden. And it was like, you want to add another Draken or a Finnish Draken or something, and they were just like, what is Sweden? What is Finland? I don't know. America could really use a subtree. Would have been a better candidate for subnation as well. I mean, yeah, but does America need more vehicles? Does it need more? Because this is the thing. Like, we've come to the point
to go plaid
where, like I said earlier, War Thunder is pretty much almost complete for air and ground. I get there's like Hungary and there's Romania and there's all the little countries that did participate in World War II and had more of an effect maybe on the Eastern Front compared to the Western Front. We don't really hear about them. I understand, but a Hungarian Turan is basically a Panzer. It's like, do you really want... The only nation that could deserve subtrees would be Italy. Italy is the only nation. I know I'm an Italy main, or I was an Italy main for the most part until the area got really power crap. But like, I'm not trying to be biased here. Like, just objectively looking at the game, Italy and Japan are the two nations that need a subtree the most, or just vehicles to complement them. Talked about it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. My latest Salty Platoon podcast episode. I was talking with Zinkyuku, who's well, I said his name wrong. It's weird Japanese shit, anyways. Where we talked about Japan, and Japan like needs South Korea as a complement for higher tier, especially World War II tier would be like maybe another M18 or something. Like that's copy paste. That's not really necessary. But for top tier, which is where most Japanese mains I see the complaint with at least, is that they don't have much top tier stuff. I think that they would benefit from South Korean IVs and main battle tanks and anti-air, right? Italy could have, for the World War II vehicles, the Hungarian tree would be totally fine. The thing is it's like some of them are basically just panzers, so it's going to be kind of boring. I would only see me using Hungarian vehicles if I had to grind the tree. Like if I was a new player and I was grinding the Italian tree, this is the only time I would really care. And I'm saying that for people. I'm saying that I agree that it should be that way because for those people, or people that just want Hungarian representation in the game, you need a Hungarian subtree in the Italian tree. I mean, Japan needs South Korean vehicles scattered around the tech tree, not just one line going down the side. That would be stupid. But you know, I mean, what would America's subtree be? Can't be Canada, because Canada is in the only reason why there's Canadian vehicles in the American tree is because they were American-made vehicles. Like, I know Gaijin's really messy on their reasoning sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of gray area. But, like, the Ram 2, or whatever it is, the Ram 2, is a Sherman. Like, built by the Canadians. Like, it is a Sherman. The reason why the Mexus is not in the British tree, even though it's a Canadian Leopard, is because, well, it's a Leopard. It was a German vehicle that was exported to Canada with an upgrade package. Like, a Leopard being in the British tree is weird. It makes no sense. C2A1 Mexus Kappa. Is the Patria as a unique vehicle to be added? I don't know what that is. Patria... They're adding it. It's unique. The ROK can go into USA lol since they're MTs. Yeah, but this is what I mean with the gray area. So they are based on American tanks, but they are not American tanks. You see what I'm saying? Like, actually, like, I'll just, for example, whoop, I said Tanak. I always put the N before the A. It's annoying. That's going to get taken out of context. Don't worry about it. So, here, let me drag this over here. The K1, like, construction is actually different. It's similar more so to the XM1 Chrysler hull design-wise, I think, right? Here, let me do it again. I mean, look at that front and look at the K1's front. Not the same, but I mean, it's shaped more like it. So this is what I'm saying. It's the gray area. Like, it is based off of the Abrams. However, this is Korean. This is completely Korean. The K1 based on the XM1 prototype. That's what I just said. The Chrysler. It's very similar to the Chrysler, but it's not an American tank being exported to South Korea. You see what I'm saying? So, like, in Finland's case, you would say, well, wouldn't a Finnish Leopard 2A6 go to Germany? Because it's a Leopard. It's like, well, they already have the Leopard 2A6. Like, it's identical. So, it's going to go to the Swedish tree because Finland has a better tie to Sweden than Germany. It's like I said, it's gray. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it seems like it's being a contradicting thing. But if you just think about it for a moment, it makes more sense. I don't think America needs South Korean vehicles. Even if there is an argument there in some way, shape, or form, does America need 3 more Abrams, basically? you know what I'm saying? It's like, no. The Japanese tree needs equipment, and I think Japan and South Korea go together better. You don't get my point. Mexico, Brazil, Philippines. I told you, that's what I'm saying. It's confusing. I understand it's confusing. You might not get it. I understand. It's really hard to explain, because so Gaijin laid out a rule, and then it's almost like a case by case basis, but they use the rule as like a guideline. I get it. That's a simple way to explain it. I never said Gaijin was fucking intelligent, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, like, I'll explain it one more time. The K1, the South Korean MBT, is based off, it is inspired by the XM1 project, basically. But it's not an XM, like, they didn't take the XM1, they didn't take it, and they didn't just build it. You know what I mean? Themselves, or America built XM1s or M1s, whatever, and then sent them to Korea. This is obviously not an M1 Abrams. Turret is smaller, it's more sleek. It also has hydro-pneumatic suspension. Not even get me started, let's go to the K2 Black Panther, which is just even more up-armored. I think the K2 is more of a Leopard than an Abrams, right? The Patria... I'm going to Google this. Finland... Patria... Is it a tank? Oh, the IFV you're talking about? What is it, a joint Japanese-Finnish pro? What was that? Like, shit like this is more unique. Like, Sweden doesn't need another... They don't need a Panzer and a PT-76 and a T-54. Company specializing in wheeled AFVs. So these are some of their vehicles, I assume, that they've been testing, making. It's gonna throw up a... It's not going to. It's not going to. Do you think that the Taiwanese are not a little bit pissed off that they got thrown in the Chinese tree? I mean, really, like, it wouldn't cause an issue. Japan and South Korea, like, don't hate each other on the same level that Taiwan and China hate each other, especially right now. Like, that really has basically been debunked, that argument, by even Japanese mains. So it's like, If people are going to stop playing the Japanese tree because they got more main battle tanks to fill out their top tier lineup, sorry to say this, you're a bitch. Like, it's, oh, I'm going to go on the forums and I'm going to maul that I don't have any top tier vehicles in my lineup. And it's like, guys will be like, okay, here's South Korea. Now you have 2 K1s, you have one with a 105 and one with a 120, and then we might even give you the K2 Black Panther if we find enough information. And then And then are the same people that were malding are going to maul about that. It's the point is that Japan and Korea aren't closer allies than America and South Korea, if you know anything about geopolitics. Well, I mean, yeah, like considering what we're doing right now, because, you know, China's acting up. Bet South Korean tanks would come in the form of US event vehicles. I mean, outside of my earlier point about the whole controversy just being stupid, there's really nothing more. I mean, I can't say whether or not they would go to Japan or America definitively. But what I'm saying is that for Gaijin to fix a problem, which is Japan doesn't have a lot of vehicles, they would be more inclined to add South Korea to Japan than to add South Korean vehicles in to America as a subtree or an event vehicle. So there's no other choice for Japan, really. I mean, there's really not. I think personally, giving Taiwanese vehicles to Japan would have been better. I don't know about their relationship. I don't know if that's on the same as Korea for the supposed hatred that they have for each other. But like the Taiwanese stuff could have just straight up not been in the Chinese tree. The Chinese tree could have been just Russian and Chinese equipment. Is this totally a new tech tree or is it under Sweden? It's most likely going to be under Sweden. And going to be probably sprinkled. They might just pull in Israel with Korea, who knows? Well, see, Israel has multiple variants of the Magaks and the Merkavas to justify them being a subtree. Or not subtree, another tech tree. I don't think Korea has anything outside of the K1 and the K1A1 and then the K2. I don't think there's any sub-variants or there's anything else unique about that. You would basically be playing... Actually, no, you might be right. Hold on. I might wipe that back. Because they have a shit ton of patents. So I could actually, you're right. I think about it. I gotta think about this for a second. How many... You'd have the Jackson and the Hellcat as like rank 3s or 4s or something. And then you would also have the M48s be from probably rank 5 to rank 6. But I don't think they upgraded them. I think they were just basic bitch like 90 mil patents. I just don't think there's enough for them to justify that. China and North Korea would make... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, China and North Korea would make a hell of a lot of sense. And then South Korea and Japan. Taiwan and Japan are cool with each other. Taiwan helped Japan out when they had some natural disaster problem. I would say the Taiwanese stuff could also be with Japan. Played Red Dragon, and I do recall them having some M60 variants, also a decent assortment of missile carriers. Yeah, so it's mostly American equipment. So they probably could justify an independent South Korean tech tree, but would they? I mean, how can they monetize? So that's the bottom of the barrel question. How could they monetize it? What would be their premiums? Because that's Gaijin's recipe. Is this another Control C, Control V for the Finnish tree? Sweet tree, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to think through. I don't know how many vehicles Gaijin would add to try and make them an independent tree. Are there any preliminary trees out there that people have made? Warthunder, South Korean tree. Let's just see what we get on Google. United Korea. Well, oh no, this is a United Korea tree. That's even that, bro. If you think South Korea going to Japan is a bad idea, taking two countries that are essentially a ticking time bomb in the Eastern Hemisphere is a really bad. That's a bad idea. Okay. I mean, if you thought a couple of top tier MBTs for Japan is bad, I mean, we're talking about two countries that basically hate each other. Some prototype thing, yeah. All those SK trees I've seen are mostly copy paste. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like, Gaijin tries to fit the most logical or the most necessary thing. That's why I'm just saying I'm trying to think from Gaijin's point of view that South Korea going to Japan would just make the most sense. I'm just all of what I'm trying to explain in my point is that I'm just coming from the idea and the patterns that Gaijin has gone through, even though it might seem at times it makes no sense or they're contradicting themselves. South and North combined would break up top tier, yeah. Well, I've gone on a lot longer than I thought. I didn't think I was going to end up talking about South Korea, but here we are. I would much rather have South Korea be in the game than even Finland, to be honest. But not to insult any Finns, but it's these are more unique vehicles than just a copy paste Leopard. The Koreas only signed an armistice; they're still actually at war. Yeah, that's true. That would be really bad. Could you imagine Gaijin sparking World War III over something like that? That would be fucking horrible. Wait, those just Oh, those are K1s. I almost thought that those were just Abrams with a Korean pattern. My one cousin was actually stationed in South Korea when he was in the army. I don't know if he was I assume he may have practiced with South Korean forces with maybe their tanks. He was just infantry, though, so I'm not sure. I would have to ask him. I know that he had LAVs at his base, but I'm not sure if he's ever been involved with that. At this point, create the Scandinavian tech tree. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Yeah, I would rather see, like, part of the Swedish, Finnish, and Nordic, like, flags, like, in the little country bubble in the research tab, than just see them just kind of blanket things. Someday it's totally possible. I'm saying Gaijin's they're gonna be running out of ideas soon. The only things that they have not added are complementary modern vehicles and some World War II vehicles from nations that were in World War II that don't get as much representation. The only other thing that Gaijin has yet to add is more Gen 4 fighters. Now, I'm not sure if we'll ever see Gen 5, but time does go on. And then I think we're pretty much at the pinnacle of main battle tanks. I don't think that they're going to add a KF-51 Panther, and I don't think that they're going to add a fancy new Abrams that looks kind of like a smushed like an Abrams HSTVL. Oh, speaking of which, hey, buddy. There it is. I was just talking about it. It heard me. Germany's on to me. Rheinmetall's on to me. Just stuff that they jam into minor cheese. Yeah. Took a long time to add B-26. Yeah, that's true. You're supposed to train with South Korean Marines? That's pretty cool. Most vehicles were American anyway, according to my dad. K-pop stands are annoying, but hey, they're cool. Gaijin decided to show off only the copy-paste. Yeah, man, that's Gaijin's flaw. it's really their flaw. It really depends on what they find information for, what they're comfortable adding. South Korean anti-air would be a really helpful addition to Japan as well, not just even the MBTs. Oh, this stupid thing from Armored Warfare, remember that? That thing's goofy. Was it the 99? That was not a K2, that's a 99 or something. VT4? Oh, it was a VT4. Huh. Rip the old Arietti. I don't know why this is labeled a K1, but that's obviously an Arietti. That's an Italian flag. Rip the Italians, man. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. They added a bunch of stupid copy-paste Israeli Magocks and not add like the unique ones, like the Magog 17 stuff. I don't know what that is. That doesn't even look like a Black Eagle. That just looks fictional shit. That's a Black Eagle. So sort of. That looks even wrong too. I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe that was maybe that was a Black Eagle. Which has weird ERA bricks in the back. That's fucking weird. See, I don't understand why Gaijin has to add copy paste when they do have unique vehicles. I don't get. I'm in just as much in the dark as you guys in that. I don't think I've ever really seen an answer from Gaijin that made sense out of, well, we were just bored. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that. My allergies are kicking me in the ass today now. Holy shit. This is shaping up to be extremely disappointing. Probably because they might have more planned for the actual anniversary, but Gaijin anniversaries are not like Wargaming anniversaries, that's for sure. Wargaming goes all out with the sales, the events, and everything. I don't know. I don't think I have nothing else to add, really. I'm trying to think if there's something more I have to add that I have on the top of my head. Yeah, they're saving them when they run out of ideas. I think you're right, Josh. I forgot about that. Turkey and Hungary would be the best complementaries for Italy. I forgot about Turkey. I think Turkish modern equipment and Hungarian World War II equipment would make the Italian tree just a little bit more unique. Like America and Germany and Russia don't need more shit like at all, really. They don't need subtrees. Gaijin is a small family company and needs to save money modeling new vehicles. Yeah, they're still just a small company, guys. They're still just a small company. By the way, buy our gazillion fucking premiums that you need basically to play the game if you're an average player. Hey, Kaiju Plux NM60T. Yeah, that meme's funny. Or like the Czech tree, the guy who's been bitching about the Czechoslovakia tree. Indian Iranian vehicles. Yeah. I was trying to think of a funny way to make an Arjun video or something, poking fun at the way that Tech made his videos, the Black Panther and the Abrams prototype. I wanted to kind of make like a funny video just kind of poking fun at that, but with the Arjun. They're going to have to focus on naval. You know, they will, but the funny thing is, do you know how expensive it is for them to make one battleship model? The price of them finding the research on and modeling, like getting all the details and getting a model and vehicle just ready product, whatever the word you want to use, for naval, one of those costs as much as them adding 5 tanks. Or 5 airplanes or something of that mix. Like, for Gaijin to add HMS Hood theoretically costs them as much to pay developer or people to go out and find the information, developers and modelers to make and put the stats to them, as it would for them to just make 5 tanks. Which I think is maybe why Gaijin does a little bit of copy-paste. It saves them a workload, but Khalid would be so funny in game. Yeah, the Arjun would be fun. It's got the cum shell in Armored Warfare. It has the What's the full name of it? Something something cum shell. Strip the assets from WoW easy. Surprised they managed the Alaska. Yeah, I was surprised too. It takes a lot of work to model a ship. I personally just think Naval should have just stayed PT boats and gone up to Cold War levels to where you could be firing missiles at each other and you could shoot them out of the air with your cannons and it would be funny, but what do I know? So I think this whole tree's just a complete. As soon as I saw the teaser, I'm like, I gotta get the stream going because otherwise I'm gonna miss the opportunity to have some fun today. So, and I need to start making content again because your boy's fallen, man. He's fallen from grace. No content coming out. Just work all the time. Come home, play games, or watch some movie or something with friends, and then go to bed. Basically. Also, with this DDoS going on, it's like actually bullshit. Like, I don't want to play War Thunder because I'm not dealing with the DDoSing. I just not. I don't know how the servers have been today, but for like 3 weeks we've had problems. Like, every content creator has been bitching that they can't make content as easily because of this. And guys just like, we know it's an inconvenience. And it's like, oh, that's great, man. Content. Oh, hey, Jetnu. Content grind set. Yeah, I'm technically below the requirement threshold for the CC program, so I can't even get my test drives to make content on videos and stuff. While there's a fucking DDoS. So, just made it twice as hard. Great job, Gaijin. You'd think that they would suspend anything. Actually, they might be, and they just didn't tell me. They might be ready to deactivate me. So... But once the DDoS is over, they'll be like, oh, okay, by the way, you're deactivated. Boop. High tier Russia is making Spade my Type 90 annoying. I'll quit one death when I'm with them. I'll get... Yep. Had that discussion a million times before. Fortunately. Well. Maybe guys will add carriers one day. Oh my god. I actually had a video idea about World of Warships that I wanted to make, and I will get so much flack for it. It will be hilarious, because my takes on World of Warships are very funny, and people hate them. Because I'm just saying, from an outsider looking in, it seems like the World of Warships player base has a massive fucking skill issue. But, I don't know. What do I know? I don't play clan battles. I'm not an esports player in WoWs. I've never played King of the Sea. I'm not good. Dude, that was kind of whack. I was trying to get footage yesterday. I was getting pissed. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't have all fucking day to play games. I go to work in the morning. I come home at 3. And I'm basically in bed within 4 hours. Like, I don't have a whole 16-hour day to put aside to just say, okay, let me just play War Thunder for 16 hours a day to get content for a video that I may or may not be able to make. On top of my shadow play having problems recently, it's been fucking with the audio to where it's not in sync, and then also some of the footage is actually of lower quality. It's in like a weird resolution, so it's really frustrating. I'd rather just stream. But I don't know if YouTube stream requirements even work for the CC program. I think I'd have to go to Twitch, but I'm not sure about that one. If that's really all the Finnish tree has, that's gonna be cringe. I don't know if they're gonna do it like the South African subtree, where it's all in one line. I would assume they would just fill in the gaps. Because these are all literally vehicles of another nation. So it can't be a legitimate sub-tree, air quotes. It's all going to be thrown in the Swedish tree. Yeah, nobody tells you your days end so soon when you get a job. Yeah. If I was going to school and YouTube was basically my income, I wouldn't care.
I would have more time. All my time would be between school and YouTube, not school, work, YouTube. You know what I mean? Low tier maps doesn't help, and the night battles are redundant with those miniatures. Yeah. I had actually said that player launch flares would have been a pretty good idea, but then people were like, you'll just be spamming them. I'm like, okay, we'll just limit it to like 5 flares per player. It's not really that big of a deal. Some tanks like the Stritsvang 103s, the wedges have a mortar. I think the 103C has it. Has a illumination mortar. I'm assuming this is a Finnish crew member that they've modeled into the game as well. That's my assumption is. Oh, I forgot my headset hasn't had any audio, so it shuts off automatically. Whoops. Gaijin's been going for this weird cinematic thing with like characters in the game, while also simultaneously saying they would have never added infantry because of the rating. But they're pushing it. That is just an A. Could you imagine seeing that many AA players being focused on killing the guy that's about to revenge bomb you? Wouldn't that just be amazing? Literally all I want to see. I know. That's... Yep. 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 Way easier time with content if air ground EC was more of a thing, I reckon. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, totally. Oh, my God. Just go for fly out. I would just make casual. I just go for fly out in EC. Explains pretty fun. Thanks for watching. Bye. Like, they finally gave Sherman smoke launchers. Why does nobody mention it? Really? Huh. That's nice. Only took him, what, 2 years since smoke? How many years has it been since smoke was added? 3 years? 4 years? Keep forgetting I'm 22 now. It's kind of hard to believe. It's been 10 years. When will the Predator drones be removed? I don't know. You gotta go find the secret documents in Anton's frickin' prison wallet, probably. There's a leak list already? Alright, Doctor, I'll pull it up, and then after this leak list, if you got it, I will... Aha! Okay. Well, we'll see how much of this is legitimate, because... could just be someone just jerking themselves off with it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a game. Clear chat. We're gonna play a fucking game right now, boys. Alright. We're gonna play a game. So, I'm gonna go through each vehicle. And I'm gonna ask you, do you think it's a legitimate or a bullshit? Alright? Whether you think this vehicle could be a legitimate edition or a bullshit edition. Okay, so first vehicle, M1A2 SEP V2. Bullshit or legit? Type in chat, bullshit or legit. We'll just play a little game here. We'll have some fun. AMX 10P for the unknown, maybe. We'll get to that. Zero way that list is legit. Well, it's someone taking a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshotception. What? We're just gonna play a fun game here before I end the stream here. We'll just play a little game. So, do you think it's legit or it's bullshit? SEP V2. Meh. BS. Legit. Because Italy never gets good top tier things, yeah. I don't see them adding an Italian F-16 before America, but then again, they've done that with some other shit. What the fuck is a BMP-4 Terminator? Yeah, it's probably fucking bullshit. I don't think that's not the Terminator's. That's not the Terminator's thing. T-72 Terminator. It would be T-72, not BMP. It's BMP T-72. I knew that. BMP T-72. There's nowhere on Google I would ever find BMP4 Terminator. T90M is an MBT from 2016. I mean, we have other stuff from 2016, including an upgrade package for T72 from 2016. Leopard 1A5 didn't find any pictures. Wait, there was a Leopard 1A5 Japanese. Either this leak list is legit and the person that was digging in the files is retarded and they don't know what a Type 74 is. And they probably thought it was a Leopard 1A5. Or it's bullshit. I don't know. Leopard 2A7? I think that's one bullshit. I wouldn't see it. There's no reason to. That's bullshit. This is what I mean. Everyone's just going to throw shit at the wall. It's going to be boring. It's become more of instead of a leak lists and assumptions being more of a hype thing, it's more of just a comedy thing because you're just laughing at how retarded some people could have a take. Like people were calling 2A7 like 3 years ago. Imagine that's a YA12 in game. What is that? The YA12 is it the A10 prototype or something? What is that thing? Let me Google it. YA12. That's not what I think it is it? YF12? They mean the F12? YA12 plane? Yeah, no, that's a fucking Blackbird. What? That's so stupid. A few game dev companies did recently get the rights to the Tornado? Oh, shit, really? Wait, hasn't DCS, one of the companies, been working on a Tornado? Blackbird. Yeah. That's Type 74 in either way. It didn't go into production. That's true, yeah. I don't know whether someone would get a Japanese Leopard. Never heard of that in my life. T90M. T90M is likely. Gaijin really, really likes adding Russian MBTs that are 20 years ahead in terms of production time to every other NATO country, but what do I know? Ariete C1 AMW, isn't that the one with the Centauro turret? C1. The first of 3 C1 Ariete AMV upgrades started trials. Italian. Ooh. Is it a modernization kit for the Ariete? Is it the one with the Centauro? Hey. How recent is this? Centauro MGS. It's a redesign of the I don't have any pictures of it other than this, which is just an Ariete with camouflage, so weird. Oh, I just missed a bunch of chat. B36 B25 looks like just another Ariete, so that's one's probably legit. Well, I don't think there's like legitimate pictures on it either way. Hope not. America needs an MBT that isn't from 30 years ago. Yeah, the AMW is the upgrade kit. Yeah, okay. So they might even just make it a third. I wouldn't mind Italy getting a third legitimate top tier Ariete. Italy is one of the only minor nations that has a lot of top tier content but doesn't have a third MBT. If you want to use the pre-series and go at 11.0, be my guest. But I mean,
to go plaid.
Oh, who just subbed? Well, I can't even read it because it's over the window. What is that? A manual? Manuel K, thank you, buddy. Oh, hey. Hey, More, what's up? Tornado. Tornado's a pretty likely airplane now. Tomcat exists. F-15A, I would say, honestly, I don't know what you guys think. Do you think, what's more legit? An F-16, not specifically for Italy, but what do you think is more likely? An F-16 being added first or an F-15 being added first? F2 for Japan, total bullshit. No, it never happened. But what do you think? F-15 or F-16? We're talking about an F-15A here. We're not talking about a C. We're not talking about AMRAAMs, at least I would assume first. I wouldn't do that. That would be retarded. Now, AMW is the rope here. That's A and W. That's not AMW. I think the B-36 would be a really funny nuke plane for ground, but I don't think the B-36 would be a good player controlled plane. It would be funny in Araby. Does it include the Finnish stuff? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You sneaky bastard, WL. You son of a bitch. You're the Sherlock Holmes right now. That makes a lot of sense. Cause that's yeah. That makes a lot of sense. What was it, 11? Yeah. F-15 just go up list. They would hype up the F-16. Naval. Fuso, Littorio, Roma, bullshit. Atlanta, Bismarck, Prince of Wales. The thing is that the Roma and the Littorio have, was it 15-inch guns? 381 mils? So, I mean, I could see Italy getting Roma and Littorio. Or does Roma have 406s? I don't have it in World of Warships, so I don't remember. And it's bothering me now. Veneto has it. Littorio should. I think Roma has 406s. If Roma has 406, I need to Google. I'm just gonna Google it. I don't know why I'm debating this. Let's see. 381 millimeter guns. Okay. Yeah, no, actually, I mean, I could see Roma being in game in Littorio. They're not. I forget their speed. I don't know. Is Wikipedia's speed probably legitimate? 30 knots. 30 knots is pretty fast. I mean, dude, I don't know. I feel like Roma. I feel like the Littorio class battleships would be really broken right now. I'm not sure if I would believe that to ever be likely. Oh, I saw you said properly F381. I know I had to Google it. I didn't see the Discord notes because I don't have Discord pulled up. I had to click to it. Torio early would be good. Well, they just added Andrea Doria. That was pointless because, I mean, it's got a lot of guns, but the caliber's really bad. A4 with custom. Yeah, I wish the A4 would get custom loadouts already. Italy is getting a lot of naval stuff for some reason. None of them are very good, but... Well, Italy's Navy in War Thunder would be pretty decent if you get their battleships and everything. Their cruisers are just really, really lackluster because they're really squishy. The destroyer guns, the rounds are garbage for some reason. French IV, maybe the VBCI or whatever. Bismarck, I don't see Bismarck and Prince of Wales is I don't see that being a thing. Because Prince of Wales is what, a repulse like ship, or is it more like Renown? Is it? Prince of Wales was sunk really early on, wasn't it? Anti-ship missiles like Harpoon. No, the maps are not big enough. Well, I mean, they kind of are. It's kind of point blank range, but it's a modern weapon. Like, it's not you're shooting a literal solid chunk of metal. You're shooting a missile that could be intercepted. The problem that I have, the reason why I don't enjoy naval at top tier is because 20 people spawn within 30 feet of each other, and it's really stupid. Like, each ship is like 30 feet or less apart. But yeah, none of the naval shit, other than Fuso has a bunch of, what, 14-inch guns, 15-inch guns? 356 mils, whatever that is, 15? 14? But, I mean, it's Fuso. Its armor it's better than Congo, but, I mean, Fuso is relatively weak. I mean, Fuso's getting smacked by an Alaska. You gotta think about it this way. Kronstadt and Alaska already exist. Okay? Like, we're talking about ships that can deal with a Fuso with their main guns. I'm not sure about the armor of Alaska. Kronstadt is better, I think. Tempest would know. If you're watching stream Tempest, I would Oh, Woodworm posted an actual CMV. Yeah, those are the pictures I saw on Google. Those pictures just look like normal Ariete pic. It seems to me that the upgrade package for the Ariete might just be a mobility modernization. Yeah, it says mainly a power pack, chassis, and weapons. Chassis might mean... That could mean anything. That could mean armor. That could mean anything. Weapons, maybe a better round and a better gun. The gun actually looks longer on that one picture I'm looking at my other monitor. Prince of Wales is a King George. Wow, I had that totally wrong. Yeah, no, fuck no. Then yeah, no, that I can't see that being in game. That's insane. Oh man. Oh god. Fuck. Alright, it's 2 o'clock. I want to take a nap. At least for a bit before my dad gets home from work. I gotta fucking help him outside, I think, when he comes home. Oh, I got a free day off. I'm already throwing it away. I wanted to make warthunder. Actually, this morning when I got home, I wanted to make a warthunder video. Like, I wanted to go play the game and make an actual gameplay video, but then there was the dev blog, and then there was this, so. Bismarck, yeah. Well, anyways, they released a teaser in the middle of the fucking day, so. I mean, we had a decent bit of people watching, so I'm glad everyone came to hang out, but I'm surprised. Actually, what is the actual videos view count at now? How many people have seen it already? 33,000. Smeagol uploaded a video. Boss Fart gonna be bussin', yeah. How many views has this got now? 65. I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing great. 65 views. I'm gonna be in the content creator program for the rest of time with this 65 views. Let's go. It's a shit fucking meme video I made. I should have just made like just a meme and just left it at the meme. Fuck the dev blog itself. What is this? Oh, it's going to APC. Oh, by the way, if you guys like alcohol and you're of age, just watch How to Drink videos. Dude, it's fucking awesome. Oh wow, this video only got 3 interviews, huh?
Piece here. But I mean, again, that's still pretty good, and it is slightly sloped.
I'm so sad because I spent literally 8 hours recording and editing down and trying to filter through everything for 300 views, my guy. I'm not making a PO2 vid. East Coast confirmed, yeah. Yeah, I'm East Coast. Smooth Brain Gaming. Jet Noob, what have we had? What do we got here?
Bless you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, start your video off with sneezing. SMH. That is meta. That is meta right there, my guy. Oh wow, I forgot you've already gone over 10K. Congratulations, by the way. Just don't become Orange Doom. Just stay humble. if you're still watching, noob. Just stay humble. Keep doing the E memes, the Jaguar E. All right. I have my own E story, but yeah, just stay humble. Doing better than me, but that's also probably because you have a lot more time on your hands than I do.
Piece here.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Go watch the actual Eastervark or Busfark
What's going on, guys?
vid. I mean, this is the meme. I thought this was pretty funny. This was just a little chuckle, but that's it.
What is going on, guys?
So yeah, I mean that's. There you go. There's the meme. Watch the video, please. No. So I will end it there. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, sticking around, chatting for a bit. Always appreciative of that. Because of the warthunder, the DDoS going on, Oh, you missed my reaction? Oh, sorry. Well, just when I end the stream, it'll code or whatever through YouTube. I always leave my VODs up, basically. I use it as basically content, and that's what it is. So you'll be able to watch the whole thing afterwards. It's a lot of rambling, but my initial reaction is pretty much there. I don't know. It's Finland. Yeah. So, anyways. If you guys would please, if you haven't already, check out the other videos from the past 2 days and today. Obviously, like and share them to your friends and stuff. Kind of, like I said, I'm getting below the threshold. I am below the threshold of the CC program. So, in order for me to actually make content easier again, I need to get back above the threshold. I think it's a no. I'm not. The thing is, I'm trying to make content on the game, and I engage with other content creators in the community. I just fucking work a lot, so I can't make videos every day. So it's kind of stupid that I'm gonna get fucking yeeted. I'm not gonna get yeeted. I'm just gonna get deactivated, so I won't get my test drives every month. Which means when an update comes out, I can't get access to things to make content on them, which makes content creation harder, which makes no fucking sense. So I don't know. Anyways, ramble over. I'm gonna go take a nap. Like I said, check out the other videos. They're just there. So, anyways, again, thanks, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully. Good night. Well, actually, that's how tired I am. I just said goodnight. See you later. Bye.